Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. It is an amazing park. It's got a very deep canyon. It looks like God just took a piece of rock and chopped it and split it in half. Its claim to fame is the steepness of the canyon. It is amazing to look down into the river from the rim. The park basically has two roads, one on the north rim and one on the south rim. The one on the south rim is paved and where most of the people go. The one on the north rim is unpaved and it takes a while to get there, so you really want to have to get there. There are many viewpoints and most of them are just a short hike from the road to the rim. Let's go explore. This is the painted wall overlook, and as you can see from the rock on the other side, it looks like somebody painted a line through them. The Cedar Point, you can appreciate the steepness of this canyon here. It is certainly a lot narrower than the Grand Canyon. I don't think it's as steep either, but with a little bit of sunlight here, you can see the water flow down there. And the water is dropping the fastest around here. To the tune of more than 200 feet per mile of the drop. And that's what's carving out this canyon here. You can hear the water. Next up is Dragon Point. Yet another fantastic view of the canyon. At the end of the road, we have the Warner Point Trail, which is a really nice hike that allows you to see sort of the end of the canyon. You see nice plateaus on one side, and you see the canyon on the other side of the trail. It's a very pleasant trail. It's not particularly steep, and you just get beautiful views along the way. Look at the sheer cliff that is down there, and just look at the vista and the deep, deep canyon that you see. Here's a view taken from the top of the canyon, and as you pan the camera all the way down through this sheer cliff down to the river, you can see how steep this canyon is. All the way down to the river, here we go, and there it is. And notice how narrow that river is down there. Here's another view. If I just take my camera and hang it over the edge, and boom, here you go. You see just how straight down this is. I've said it many times, but the claim to fame for this park is how steep this canyon is and how narrow they are. Here we go with a balanced rock. There is a big balanced rock and a little balanced rock. Here you see the big balanced rock, which is kind of a rock all by itself. As you see around the edges, there's nothing really holding it up. And you see that little rock on top that is also balanced up there. But as you zoom in, you see another rock. It looks like a boulder down there. I wonder what would happen if I just go over there and push it. Island Peaks. These is an area where the rocks are very jagged, and you almost see little shells that's kind of broken off. Again, you can see how steep and how straight the cliffs are. This part of the cliff looks almost artificial. It looks like somebody put reinforcing rocks up here. Here we have the Narrows area. This is in fact the narrowest point of the whole canyon. And it's only 40 feet wide down there. And as you can see, the bottom of the river really doesn't get much sun at all during the day. And this is a park that can really just enjoy from the top, because in order for you to get down there, it is extremely hazardous. The park service basically don't recommend it. It tells you that the trail is really not maintained, if there's a trail at all, and you basically have to find your own way down and find your own way up. Life force is simply amazing. Look at this very big tree just growing right into the cracks of the cliffs on there. And it's vibrant. It looks like it's doing really well. And if we zoom in a little bit, you're going to see the nice big pine cones all over this tree here. That's not the only one. The one on the left there is another one that is simply, it looks impossible to have a tree growing in a place like this. There's actually a road that can take you to the bottom of the canyon, but it's not particularly interesting because by the time you get down there, the river is actually dammed up. It's not flowing very much at all. This is just by the side of the road. I'm looking at them. They were looking at me until they decided I'm not very interesting. So now they're just foraging away like good mule deers do. And there's absolutely no traffic here, so no problem in stopping in the middle of the road. Just enjoying the late afternoon, clear day, beautiful blue skies, deers foraging, paying no attention to me whatsoever. Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, it is a single-purpose park. If you like steep canyon, this is the place for you by far. While the Grand Canyon is wide and deep, the Black Canyon is narrow and steep. The North Rim takes a little work to get to because you have to drive so far out of the way, but it is also fantastic to get a view from the other side. The views are actually similar, so if you're short on time, just go to the south side. But if you have more time, please go to the north side and enjoy it all. We are on our way to visit all 59 national parks. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more national park videos, and go to see our blog on the description box below to follow our journey. Hit that like button if you like this video, and leave a comment below to let us know your park adventures.